The afternoon. Oh yeah, it is. It's like 6:30 out there, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
It is, yes.
No.
Are you
guys in your 6:30 business?
Oh, I'm 8:30.
No, I'm with you.
Wait, what? Zeke, I thought you were on California time.
What are you at?
No, I'm in Atlanta.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is that?
Do what?
What was that, Robot Steve?
I'm traveling.
Do I need to move closer?
You got to get closer to the router.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go through the wall.
I'm literally at the wall.
Do you have a network cable? Can you just plug in? Can you hard plug? Like,
listen, stop. What do you mean network cable?
I know the internet.
I remember my underwear and my toothbrush.
Yeah, Jack, you can't expect too much out of Canadian internet. I
mean, yeah, that's true.
Oh.
It gives and it gives.
So wait, so what time are you at?
I'm Eastern.
So you're at 9:30 as well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like that. All right.
Yeah.
You know, like, compadres.
That's right. Yeah.
That'll do it.
I mean, it didn't take much.
Yeah, right. No, it's great for me because then I can put the kids down and they're asleep by the time this rolls around. So it's perfect.
Nice.
That works.
Feathers is still awake.
Yeah, that's okay. He's less
Feathers,
disruptive.
come on, go to sleep.
Go to sleep,
Does
Feathers. You want?
Feathers lay anything like that?
Does he what?
Pigeons lay eggs?
What'd you say, Robot
I don't
Steve?
know. Come on.
Beep boop, beep boop.
Is it that bad?
No.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep.
It's usually pretty okay, but
Yeah.
then every now and then it kind of grinds to a halt. You gotta get the oil can out.
Got some other processes running here. Let me see if I can shut it.
No,
Keep it to the bare minimum.
I don't know what you were asking, but he's very clean.
I mean, wasn't what I was asking. But
Very clean boy.
I'm glad that.
This is gonna go great.
This is
Oh
gonna,
yeah,
this is,
it's gonna go smooth.
Like, he's unconscious right now. It doesn't
Yeah.
even matter.
I know it's gonna be great. It's gonna go perfectly into the game.
And he's gonna just be kind of groggy when he wakes up.
Like,
Feathers does have little D&D dice pants, though. Can you see them? They have
What?
D&D dice.
Excuse me,
His little-
what?
His pigeon
What?
pants have D&D dice on them. Do you see?
Oh my God.
He has custom pigeon pants with D&D dice.
What are pigeon pants?
They're like, so he doesn't poop everywhere, and he has a leash, so I can take him
Okay.
outside.
You're
so they're
kidding.
All
like,
right.
yeah,
All right.
wow.
yeah, he's a good boy.
I love it.
That's amazing.
Next week we're flying to San Francisco for the annual Masquerade.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You were
Wait,
talking about last week.
there's a masquerade here?
No, it's in San Francisco. Oh yeah, it's called Masquerade. It's hosted by Palomacy, which is the pigeon rescue down in San Francisco, and they're doing it at the Oakland Zoo. And so me and Feathers and another pigeon are their guests, which we go
That's
every year,
awesome.
and it's lovely to help
I'll be
raise
in
money
Paris, but that sounds
for the
awesome.
pigeon. Yeah, next year, if you're not, you should come. It's annual. The Masquerade. Well, no,
That's
last year it was Coachella. This year it's Masquerade.
Coachella.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so all the pigeons of who's who in the pigeon world show up to these fine events.
And how many
Why wouldn't
pigeons
you?
are
I
there?
mean, Holly, you had a perfect opportunity to say all these pigeons that were cool.
The cool pigeons. I don't know. There's quite a few. Like, there's a lot of pigeons that have like a big following because they're really awesome pets.
Those be homing pigeons.
Some of them, most of them are just, most of them are rescues and pets, like Feathers is. I have a couple in my loft that are ex-racing pigeons because the people that race them just kill them. Like, if they don't make it back, they're just like, oh, just kill them. Like,
Wait,
it's
there's pigeon racing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's big money in China and like other countries. It's like one of the racing pigeons went for like $1 million in China. But what they do is they take hundreds and hundreds of pigeons and sail them out into the ocean and just let them die, and whoever makes it back is worth like $1 million. Yeah.
Wow.
It's really sad. It's super sad because the pigeons just want to go home, because what they do is they separate them from their mates. So they just want to go home back to their nest. It's super sad.
Well,
If I race a pigeon and I win, do I get the $1 million?
No, only the pigeon.
You will get a better mic.
Oh my gosh, Sauce Fire said that sounds like a really sad Pixar movie. It is sad. It's super sad. It's like wedding doves too. Like people that let wedding doves go, those are actually just pigeons. Anyway, I could go on this for a while. Let's play D&D.
like the high point of tonight is now going to be like the happy moment is when Grimdar gets thrown off the cliff.
Right?
Well,
Yeah, everyone in the chat is like, what's happening? I'm sorry.
that was always going to be.
I'm
the
just
case.
giving everyone a pigeon lesson. And I'm sorry, sometimes you'll just hear feathers going herk, 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 herk. He's a good boy.
I am blown away.
I knew there was
Thank
pigeon
you,
racing.
Hansel.
I didn't know about that part of pigeon racing.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's like
The mean
any kind of
side.
animal racing where they
Yeah.
they don't really care about the animal's welfare. They only care about them racing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very sad. And then there's some places that's just going to keep getting. There's some places in the US that do pigeon shoots where they literally will capture wild pigeons just minding their own business in a net and then just let them go and people will just shoot them. Like, it's super sad.
Sound like a bunch of dicks.
Yeah, it's really sad. So Palomacy helps stop those things and helps adopt out domestic pigeons like First Officer Feathers here to loving homes.
All right.
Yes, the more you know. Yeah, thank you, chat.
The more you know.
The more you know.
And the more that Grimdar knows is that his head was crunched by the claws, by the giant hand of this frost giant atop the Sword Mountains. And this had happened after Fancy Boy and Blitz were in this frost giant's cave, and Fancy Boy sparked up fire to speak with the giant and lead him out, and Blitz kept projecting his image from his cloak to the point where you drove him to the edge of the side of the mountain cliff or mountainside, and Grimdar, in all his tryings with his shield to bash him in the kneecaps,
Allegedly.
got himself picked up. Brother Cornelius standing back from the fray, observing what was going on. Brother Cornelius, you see Grimdar lifted up off the ground in front of you. And Nephitz is still piled over the side of Half and Half. As this is how he was carried up the mountainside.
No,
You're gonna love where we brought you.
Oh yeah, here fun time.
Nephitz, you feel a sudden cold, much more than the last moments that you remember. And the cold is permeating through your entire body as your eyes start to come to, and you see that you are hobbled over half and half, and all you see is a frozen, barren wasteland and sides of long walls of granite, and you see your companions through the dust in your eyes and the snow that is falling around you. You see your companions.
where have we gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see them on the edge of a cliff with a 15-foot tall frost giant about to half off of this cliff. His heels are backed up against the mountainside, or the essentially the air, and he has Grimdar lifted above his head.
That's
Or
good.
from his head.
Yeah.
Do I have an action at this point?
You could, yeah. You are groggy, but you do have an action.
So just to be clear, would that grogginess affect my action?
We'll see what you want to do.
Well, I'm gonna knock an arrow as per usual. And I'm gonna try and shoot the hand that's holding Grimdark.
Yikes.
Okay, you
I
can.
mean, great call.
I know that when I first wake up from, being unconscious for 16 hours, I'm going to launch an arrow.
In a blizzard.
That's the difference between you and Nephits.
That's what elves do.
I mean, I know that normally, Blitz would go check somebody's pockets or
Well,
maybe
name
his
calling.
brother. You
Obviously.
you would check out, what treasures around, but I'm going to save your asses.
Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah, that sounds
Is he
super in
coming
line
to
with
like
that.
as I'm being lifted up, or is there stuff we can?
You're already up. You can't do anything at this point.
Oh, okay.
Nephits, you can shoot, but you're gonna have disadvantage because you're still groggy.
I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to do it.
All right. Roll me 2 d20s and add your.
2d20.
Yep. Roll a hit.
I got a 15 and an 8, so plus 9. Is that right?
Yep.
Hang on. I don't have my my beyond up. So
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Where did your bow go? It's like it's not even on you anymore. There we go. Yeah, plus 9. Plus 9.
Plus 9.
So 17.
And roll another d20. So
So I got a 15 and an 8. So
9,
plus 9,
17. Okay, that'll hit. Roll some damage.
All right.
1d8 plus 4.
Question is, who does it hit?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 for 1.
Like it through a hand, pins you to him.
Now I'm stuck
That's
to him.
5 plus 4 is 9.
Isn't Grimdor hanging over the cliff? Where's he
No.
hanging exactly?
Hey, no, come on now.
Hey,
Let's
stop
not
it, Stone.
try.
Stop it.
Just asking. Just saying.
So
You're adding the stone element.
So the frost giant, his feet are up against, his heels are half off of the cliffside, and his back is facing the air, and the front of him is facing in towards the party, towards the surface of the mountain. So you can all see his front face, but he is holding Grimdar out in front of him, in the palm of his hand, and Grimdar, he pulls you up, and you feel an arrow come shooting across your neck side as you see it shoot into the right shoulder of the frost giant, and as he looks over and he just takes the arrow and snaps it like a twig.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it doesn't look like it hurt him very much at all.
No, how many points did you do, Nephits?
5 plus 4, so 9.
No. So it seemed like it just annoyed him a little.
Yeah.
And you,
That's what I intended to do.
Brother Cornelius, you hear a familiar sound as a screech of the screeching that you heard on your travels, and screaming as you heard on the your travels up the mountainside. And Grimdar, you hear the flapping as well that you had heard. And all you see, Grimdar, is your head being turned around, your entire body being turned around back towards the cave.
So it's his head, just his
His
head.
head is, yeah.
Just the head. Yeah.
Just
And everyone can see coming into view through the skyscape as white wings start to flap into your view, and the sky starts to darken above your head as a large mass flies over the top of you, and you can see above the cavern which you had come out of land a large white dragon rearing its front claws up, it seems as though its back alone is almost 15 foot tall as it slams back down into the mountainside, and you can feel the mountain almost tremble, the ice below you shake as its claws grip into the icy surface of the mountain. And all you hear is, just what I wanted today. Fresh meat. And you see this dragon look over, almost as if he's looking at the frost giant itself, and he says, Vugi. And the frost giant nods his head in return to that. Blitz, what do you want to do?
Run.
Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Does he have is he putting on his dragon fear right now?
Not yet.
Okay.
I had a plan.
Can Fancy Boy feel it anyway?
This wasn't it.
Is it shot? Yeah.
Can you give me sort of geography of what's going on here?
Yes. So you are in a chasm on the top of this mountainside.
Okay.
On the behind you is the cavern you came out of. That was the frost giant's lair. The frost giant is in front of you with his heels almost off the side of the mountain.
It was 100 yards.
Yep.
You said.
And
sort of landing.
Yep. And you are in between. You are in the middle. You're in a pickle between the cavern, which on top of the cavern, 50 feet up, you see this large white dragon.
Okay. Blitz is going to approach the dragon and try talking to it.
What? I mean, great idea.
I mean, I imagine Blitz is the smallest out of the group, right? So if someone's getting eaten first, it's probably going to be Blitz. So he's going to be proactive.
I don't think it works that way. Well, you're just barely a meal.
I would have proactive myself to the cave.
You've got a lot of nerve, little one. Maybe I'll eat you first.
Nope.
Oh, great dragon friend. How you doing today?
Your flattery is pathetic.
No, you was the one we came up this giant cavern, this mountain of swords or whatever we're calling it. But we wanted to speak with you. We came here to talk with you.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Then what's my name?
You are the great and almighty. Sorry, got something in my throat. It's a pleasure meeting you. I hope your day has been fantastic, and I look forward to working with you. Is this working? Can
you have a small mind and seems like an even smaller brain.
I beg to differ. I do have some people have said I have the greatest brain, and that my wit and wisdom is unmatched.
You sound so familiar, like someone who tweets a lot.
No.
I don't. It sounds so familiar what you're saying.
The best.
I don't know.
Many people say that I am the best.
Many.
Ask anyone.
Wait, are we the baddies?
Is this a witch? Say this is a witch hunt. Say something like that.
We may actually be hunting witches later. We have come to speak to you. We were sent by... Checks his notes.
Feather just yeeted off my shoulder.
Crap! What's the name? What's the name of the lich?
Malkaden.
Malkaden.
We have been sent by Malkaden himself to talk with yous.
Why would he put his trust in you?
Because no one expects the peoples like us. Look at this group. Look at this batch's peoples.
I passed out.
Brother Cornelius is trying to fan Fancy Boy awake.
And I'm just like, oh gods, oh no, is it still? I'm still here.
See, as you can see, clearly no one would expect us to be speaking for Malcaden.
And you've talked to Sebe about this already?
Obviously, Sebe was very upset, and he wanted us to come speak to you.
Upset about what?
So many things. He thinks he saw his father.
He's right there. He's right there. That's his father. Brother Cornelius points.
That's my line.
He grabs Fancy Boy's claw and points.
Even better, maybe I'll serve him up on a dish to him.
Great idea. Love it.
See that?
And you see the dragon come down off the mountainside slowly onto the ground, but each claw into the side of the mountain shakes the ice below you.
That's exciting.
What will I do with that one?
As
Maybe Sebe will even give me more fortune than he's promised.
As you can see, we have captured this person, Sebe's alleged father, and we are keeping him on behalf of Sebe and Malcaden, and they told us to come to use to see if you could help us.
Help you what?
Exactly. We're looking for something,
and at this point, Blitz is looking around to see if anyone else is doing anything at all.
Cornelius is going
giant.
Yeah, I guess Grimdar's kind of out of it. I just gave up Nefit's.
Yeah.
Fancy Boy's unconscious, and okay, I'm on my own. Got it.
Grimdir
Nefit has an idea.
Well, while this is going on, Grimdir will kind of crane back to the giant and say, "Is the fire out? Did I put your fire out?"
He doesn't understand what you're saying. He picks you up, looks at you, turns your head towards him, shakes you, and then turns you back towards the dragon.
Good.
Sebe told me that I could go ahead and show you that we mean honesty in business here, and here he had me give you this.
And then he pulls out like 10 gold coins and just throws them in front of the dragon.
And with each laugh, the mountainside shakes and rumbles. What? What is that?
Sebe told me, and now Kazith told me to tell you that there are literally thousands more of those where we're coming from. All you got to do is help us.
Help you what? You still haven't answered that.
We need your help.
You know what? At this point, Nefitz has lost his shit.
What was the point of us going to the what are we doing?
We're trying
to find Sebe.
He gives Blitz the universal sign.
Oh God.
Oh God. Robot Steve.
He's the universal sign for dropped bars.
Like it. Shoot him with your laser. Shoot the dragon with the laser.
Blitz, you were going to South Crypt to find, which is the castle inside the Sword Coast, the Sword Mountains, to find Sebe. He had taken over it with the aid of the many arrow orcs, which Marishka, Brother Cornelius's mother had.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, cool.
So I remembered after looking over my notes. We actually were on our way to see Sebe right now. If you could help us get over to him, I will warn you though. I think he's got a case of the. He may have been bewitched, and he might think this party of people are not who he thinks we are. So if he panics or acts weird, it's wizardry and witchcraft. It's not us. It's him. But if you could help us get to Seeb, I'll tell my dumb friend there to stop fighting with your frost giant, and I'll get our peoples out of yours way.
I was just trying to put the fire out.
So you're going to try and deceive this dragon?
Oh yeah.
Gonna go great. I've heard that's their weakness.
I think any kind of battle, this is gonna be the only one I might stand some kind of shot with.
I'm just gonna try and stand up. Even though I'm done passing out now.
Fancy boy, you wake up and you see Blitz speaking with this white dragon in front of you.
Oh God! Can I Arcana check or see like how old this dragon is? Would it be nature or Arcana?
You can do either survival.
Or survival.
Nature, survival. One of those two.
Well, I'm definitely thinking of survival. Hold on. Yeah, I'll do survival. That's a 15.
You think from the size of it, it's rough. You think it's roughly about 13 to 14 feet. So it's going to be anywhere from a large to an adult size.
Okay, so we're not dealing with like a kid.
No.
Okay.
You would think it's roughly from your perception, you can see that it's probably around at least 100 years old.
Okay.
Kid dragons are the worst.
Yeah, we might stand a chance against a kid dragon, but not this one. Maybe this one. I mean, there are 5 of us. I have to count in my claws.
I just remember this giant palming my skull.
Oh, I see. I'm aware. I'm aware. I don't know if I'm going to do anything just yet.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast Alarm just because that's how I feel. You know what? Can the warding wind act as a way to like kick up dust? Oh yeah, the area is difficult terrain for creatures other than you.
Mm-hmm.
So it can like kick up the snow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I have a very high persuasion, so this might work.
You say that aloud as I'm like.
I've got a very high persuasion. Huh?
I'm just like, all right. Well, I'm gonna ready that spell, and if what happens goes south, then I'm gonna kick it off.
Okay.
At the first sign of hostility.
Jack, make me a persuasion check.
Oh my God.
Or, excuse me, Blitz.
All right.
God, yeah, make me a persuasion check.
My lucky invisible die. All right, this is +8. Ooh, that's a solid 3 for a roll. So we're looking at an 11.
I had a 18 on the die. So.
Oh God!
So with his
-9,
and you see the dragon's maw come down and wrap around you. He says, "That's a nice try. Why don't you tell me the real story, little thing?"
That's Seeb's dad. We're trying not to die.
From where I'm standing, it seems like you don't have much chance of that.
No, for real. That's Seeb's dad right over there. He's a little groggy, but that's him. If you kill him, Seeb's gonna be really pissed off at you.
I don't think that's the case.
Oh, you should have seen Seeb the last time we saw him.
Yes, he'd want to kill his father himself, so you should take him to us.
And certainly he wouldn't want you to kill his father.
Take us to him. Take us to him. Hello.
I like this forceful fancy boy.
There's the picture. The cat and the yelling. Oh my God.
That can be arranged.
Exactly. That's just what I was saying. All we got to do is we just want to go see Seeb. We ain't gonna mess with you at all. You're very you're a very lovely person, dragon. Haven't seen many yous in my time.
What's your name, oh great one?
The bird's weird.
I start bowing.
You are correct. We are a very, very interesting party of people. Might you be interested in joining our gang of travelers? Do you seek fame and fortune and merriment?
Does it look like that's what I seek?
It's really hard to tell because your eyes are scaly and it's hard to read your face. I'll be honest.
There's nothing you could provide more than what Seeb is paying me. Let me tell you that.
What is Seeb paying you right now?
What? He's building me my own lair on the side of this mountainscape, filling it with gold.
What if I was to tell you that we could do that exact same thing, and also give you 10 more gold?
What? I mean, yes.
What if I was to tell you I'm just going to kill you all and take his father myself?
That would be very upsetting to me.
It seems easier, Great Dragon, if you just take him and not kill us. See? He's gone anyways.
Oh my god.
He's out.
Voila!
Oh, he's passed out again.
I'm removing 10 gold, by the way. I just remembered I did that.
There we go.
Were you back?
Wait, did he take it?
I threw it in front of him, so I'm not going to scramble over in front of him and grab it.
Mm.
Or did he take it?
No.
Sitting there.
He's
stopping
go
at
on.
it.
he laughed it off, and it's still on the
Okay.
ground in front of you.
Okay.
So
I think we had an agreement, right? You're gonna take us to Seeb, not kill us, and then maybe afterwards we'll have ourselves a nice mead, or ale, or goat. I'm not sure what you drink or eat.
that doesn't
But,
sound profitable to me.
If you want to talk
What
profit,
did the little one in the cloak say?
what was that?
Who's in the cloak?
Oh,
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever you're wearing.
It's odd that you describe that he's making this lair for you. It sounds like a prison.
Why
Just
would you say that?
Observing. It doesn't sound very liberating. Just sounds like he's building you a cage. But whatever suits your needs. Oh, mighty wise dragon. By the way, can I roll to learn something about this dragon?
Absolutely.
I don't think I know.
What do you want to find out?
I don't know anything about white dragons.
Okay, so you could roll a survival, or you could roll a nature check.
Ooh. By the way, is Steve okay?
Yeah, he's back. Yeah.
Internet's bad.
Okay, you said survival or nature. Well, okay. Well, looks like survival's slightly better. Put a +4. Oh, looks like a 2.
+4.
What did I learn from a mighty 6?
Brother Cornelius, the only thing you really have heard about white dragons is that they're inherently evil.
They'd fit in with us.
You.
I'm not evil.
I don't think Steve's mic works.
It's muted.
No, yeah.
There we go.
Shut up.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
All right.
So this dragon is just looking at you. Blitz, he has scoffed off the idea of him taking the whole party to see more. Currently, you think he's leaning towards killing you all and taking Nephits himself.
Well, that's less fun.
I feel like I should probably kick up the wind at this point.
Brother Cornelius, what do you want to do now that you've had your interaction?
I feel like our best chances, and maybe he's talking to Brother Cornelius is talking to Fancy Boy. As much as I hate it, I think survival should be our priority, and we leave Nefitz to save him at a later point. I don't see how we get out of this scenario. First of all, the dumb barbarian is over there hanging out over the cliff, and we have our friend Blitz here who's tossing gold pieces at the dragon.
I understand, but this is a
think-
bad situation.
I think that if we were to somehow save most of our party, we could follow the dragon and our elf friend here to Sieve.
And you slowly start to see the dragon kind of wander in and around you, Blitz, and then slowly walk around the perimeter of this mountainside as he's just kind of looking everybody up and down.
Can I do a perception check to see if I spot anything on him? Any weird inconsistencies or like a collar or I don't know, anything like that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. My perception is +6. That is a 14.
You do notice 4. It almost looks like frozen chains around the ankles of this dragon.
And I didn't and he reacted when Cornelius said prison, right?
Yeah, and he also reacted when he said we could, you could deliver something more than what Sieb was. I think you mentioned that you
okay.
We're gonna try and outmatch.
So Blitz sees these chains, but the rest of us don't.
No, you don't unless you're really looking for them. It's kind of like being frozen over.
So I sees it looks like you've how long have you had your freedom there? I didn't catch your name.
My freedom? You don't think I've always been free?
I mean, technically everyone's free of mind, but I mean, I can see that you've had some kind of chains or something around the ankles because those don't look like fashion accessories to me.
What of it, little gnome? My name is Ice. My name is Frost. My name is Svel, and you know nothing of it.
Well, now, Svel, let me tell you, I might seem like a tiny little person to you. I might seem kind of small of stature, but I've been free my whole life. And here's what I propose to you. I want to make sure you stay free the rest of your life, because someone's been mistreating you, and that ain't right. You should be the rule of your own destiny. And hell, look at you.
You think I can't rule?
What was that? I'm just saying, you can be anything you want to be, and here you are at the beck and call of some little brat.
I'm sorry. I don't think I'm at the beck and call of a little brat. I've made a deal that I find equitable and reasonable.
So what you're telling me is you're doing his bidding, and he says he's gonna give you something? You think that's actually gonna happen? I mean, you're telling me he was building you a giant lair? Have they started building this wall, cave yet at all? Is it? I haven't seen any bulldozers or all I've seen is natural. Nothing. I mean, it takes a long time to build a mountain lair. I assume. Haven't made one myself. But if this guy is saying he's going to, how much work has he done? Has he been hiring laborers? Has he gotten his permits? I don't know. Maybe he's using you. Just saying.
And Svel wraps his head behind you, and kind of you can feel his nostrils blowing cold air across the back of your neck.
But like friendly cold air?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that.
So, what do you propose?
I propose we make a deal, but a deal that you are happy with, and you walk away up. You're gonna get so much more than anything that we would get. All we ask is for you to put us in a situation where we might be able to find Seb, and then from that point on, don't worry about it. And I am a gnome. I'm a rock gnome. I know some people. I know some pre-built layers that maybe we can get my guy started on, and we can build you a lovely, lovely home, somewhere maybe where it's not so chilly. Or
You should give him your inn. Brother Cornelius yells.
That's true. Thank you, brother. I do have
No problem.
a cabin that you can come visit in the south.
You should just give it to him.
If you enjoy terrifying people, oh boy, do I have some fun. We could make a whole extravaganza around it. It'll be like, come see the frost dragon on his way to his new home. And
But only on Wednesday nights.
I'm just gonna hold a claw. I'm just like, it's just to be noted that Seb fellow is not trustworthy. He did send a doppelganger after us, and that's why we're investigating this situation. He might be lying to you.
Have we even talked to the real one?
The bird person has a very good point. Seb already, he pretended to be himself for us.
I'm gonna try and persuade the dragon.
Okay.
Now that
Let me know you want
that's not
Dad to talk to the dragon. Just let me know. I'll be over here eating nuts.
Too easy.
It's only 14. Oh well.
So, how do you want to do this?
Well, I'm telling him that Seb isn't trustworthy and is already working with doppelgangers and other.
I'm listening.
There's doppelgangers, and we ran into a doppelganger that was actually Seb. We don't actually know if it was Seb, so you could be working with a copy of him with no money at all. We don't know who this is. That's why we're here to help. We're here to investigate, and whatever happens, if we kill Seb, you get Seb's money,
and the inn,
and whatever that is.
Well, no, I've got friends, and we will find you a lair. And I mean, I can give you some gold. I can't promise you a mountain full of gold, but I can promise you I'm gonna work on a mountain because I got people, and I got a tavern you can come visit down in the south. That we'd love to have you. I'm
so
sure.
The other human just told me I could have the tavern, but let's say I can't. You're offering me a visitation to this tavern and nothing else.
Just you.
No, it's all of Seb's money. When we kill Seb, we won't take any of his gold.
Hi, Mojo.
And
all for you.
So as you're hanging
small
from
tithe, we will take. But
No.
other than that, it's a
so
10%
Grimder,
tithe.
as you're hanging from the clutches of the frost giant, the dragon, you see its neck and head move away. Spell's head moves away and comes up to you. So he's looking at you and says, that's more interesting. You give me his gold and we may have a deal.
We don't need it. We make it to the afterlife on our own.
Well,
Yes, whatever. So, we value our lives above gold, but we will be happy to do some dirty work for you in the case of taking care of Seb so that you may inherit whatever sort of villainous empire he's started in this
His
area.
father's already killed him once.
I said take care. I did not say kill. There's still the option. I look over at like Neffa. It's like, take care of.
He killed his son?
It was a doppelganger.
It was okay.
It was a doppelganger. He's dealing with doppelgangers. Bad news. I like say bad news like a mom or like a parent who's like seen their kid like with wacky tobacco.
And the blood witch probably put a hex on this one.
And Nefitz, you see the dragon's face come up to you, and he says, "What about you, father? What do you think?"
I think I have a terrible internet connection.
What is
Second
the
of all,
internet?
yeah, fair point.
The name of my tavern.
I think I have two options for you, Dragon. One, I pull out my dragon chess set and we play to see who wins. And whoever wins walks away with their life. Whoever dies or whoever loses dies.
That
What?
seems like one option to me.
Well, the second option is a little different. It comes down to this. If you think you respect Seeb, you must respect the person who gave Seeb his own existence.
I never said
Therefore,
I
you must
respected
accept
him. I
me.
just said I want his money.
Well, where do you think he got his money?
From you? Doesn't look like it.
Oh, so are we judging books by covers now, Dragon?
Yes, absolutely.
So what should I
How
call
often do you
you?
think I read?
Hmm?
I think you read very often, oh great intelligent dragon.
So wait,
So
I would suggest that maybe you try and intimidate with your size and your age and your wisdom.
And the sharp claws and fiery breath, fiery breath.
Why do we have him in our group again? Just so I'm clear. I feel like he's no value added. But yet again, thank you for your suggestions, oh little footed one. As we were speaking, Dragon, I would suggest that we have a battle of wits to see where you lie in your wisdom and maybe if you were to best me in a game of dragon chess, I would then suggest that I could give you the opportunity to have the wealth that Seeb could give you and then some.
Roll me a dex check.
I have to open up Roll20 because my computer is. Anybody else want to roll for me?
You don't want me to roll for you.
No, never roll for me ever.
Got
I
it.
do love you, but never. Hang on. I'll do it. Hang on. If you lose me, it's because I'm simply rolling die.
I mail you a set, dude.
Hang on one sec.
Then you
Okay,
want to
here
be guys.
Dex check is
+4.
a D20 still?
Yep.
Hang on, here we go. Hopefully I don't. All right, here we go. A 9 + 4.
You see his giant claw come down and push you onto the ground. And you are now just underneath it. You don't feel hurt, but you feel the weight coming down upon you. It says, "Don't question me again, or my intelligence. Anyone else? I think we have a deal to make."
I
So is that a
think
no
he's
to
all
chess?
good. He's all good.
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
As your face is now in between two of its claws, looking up at the underbelly.
Is this romantic? Just so I know.
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, as we've said before,
Oh boy.
help
he's-
us eliminate Steve, and you could have all his treasure. -5% type.
Do we want to say all? You keep using that word all.
I meant all except for our take. Just roll with me.
Okay.
All except 10%.
Remind me to murder the hooded one when I'm done.
You can keep the elf too.
Okay.
See? Do it.
And I got a place down south that you're gonna love. The people there's gonna be terrified of you. It's gonna be fantastic.
Doesn't look like I get south much, but I might take you up on that offer.
All right.
Little human, I think we have an accord.
I'd shake your hands, but you don't have any.
I won't kill you. I'll let you down the path to the crypt side, and then you deliver me the castle.
You mean Steve, right?
I care nothing. I don't care what you do with him as long as I get my gold in that fortress.
Works for me.
Done.
You have a flare gun or a whistle that will blow once we complete our task?
Did you just ask for a whistle?
Maybe
I say beneath the tooth. Did you just ask for a whistle?
Don't worry, I'll be watching over you.
Blitz the gnome agrees to your terms.
Yes, sounds like a deal.
Dragons don't have lips. They can't blow a whistle.
Boogie.
I suppose.
And Grimdar, the frost giant, chops you.
Yeah.
On the ground, right?
Yeah.
He'll happily be on the ground and
Brother
stretch a little
Cornelius
bit.
extends a hand to help out his friend.
Brother Cornelius
just
is
pull him
getting
off the
kicked off
cliff.
the cliff as soon as I can.
So, all I really want to know is how are you going to get inside of the castle?
Well, as you can tell, our skills combined, we can pretty much do anything.
I just point to Nephits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem
That's
very
us.
well equipped. And Nephits, he lets you up as he moves his claw off of you.
Did he say that you seem very well equipped and then lifted the paw off like to accentuate the fact that he said you seem very well equipped? And then do I feel violated about that? Like, how does that work?
You feel like he was being incredibly sarcastic with that.
It wasn't sexual.
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, you might have felt a little tickle, but that was about it.
You give Seba that brother.
I may be evil, but I believe in consent.
Okay.
There's hope for us all.
Okay. So I stand up and shake it off, if you know what I mean.
So you say you're wondering how we gotta get in?
I'd love to know, because I don't think you even have a shot of pulling this off.
Well, excuse me, Sir Dragon. I have many abilities in the arcane arts, and I will find a way to use my powers to get us through the portcullis.
Right. But now that you mentioned that, Dragon, what do you think would be the greatest obstacle for us getting in detail?
Nephits walks over and punches Cornelius right in the face. Square in the face. What do I have to do? Do I roll a dex check? What do I do?
You can roll a strength check, yeah. Brother Cornelius.
All right, let's do that.
You can roll a dex check.
Whatever you want. I'll roll anything.
No. I'm saying Brother Cornelius. If you want to take the punch, Brother Cornelius, or you're gonna probably try and move out of the way as you see Nephits coming toward you.
It's coming. It's so obvious. Did he just disappear?
Nephits, you're gonna roll a d20 plus 2.
What does an 18 buy me?
That's pretty good.
Bloody nose.
19 plus 2.
You get punched in the face, Brother Cornelius, as Nephits comes over and smashes you across the jaw.
Nope.
Blitz just goes,
That's it. That's all. Jack. Oh, that's good.
Well, the only way into that fortress is through the front gates. So
I can make it through the front gates.
Delightful.
Indeed.
So, when will you be departing?
I suppose
After
now.
we sleep from the storm.
I slept through the storm, so Whenever you guys are ready.
I think that's in order. Voogie, and you see Voogie nod his head.
So is Cornelius asleep already?
No, Cornelius he just took a punch to the jaw, but he's not. You didn't
Correct.
knock him out.
Come on. I feel like I did.
Okay, so roll me a 1d6.
I'm going to.
God.
Okay, maybe I didn't. It's a
Brother
2.
Cornelius, you take 2 points of damage. Are you still up?
Yep.
Wait, hang on. But with I can't even access it right now. Look at my if my unarmed. I think I get a plus 4 or something. I can't remember.
Brother Cornelius, does a 6 take you down?
Nope.
He would say no anyway. He wears a cloak and steals stuff from people.
I have 36 hit points. What do you want me to say?
You came up here pretty healthy.
I still say it knocked you out.
Can he play along with it?
Yeah.
Is Nefitz legit pissed off at Cornelius, or is he trying to like play up an act?
We're playing a game, but Cornelius won't play anything. All right, fine. Suit yourself, buddy.
Whoa. I sense tension.
There's so much tension and no tithing.
Can we? Whatever.
All right.
So we're gonna sleep in the cave. That's the
Svel has allowed you access to the cave.
That's all we wanted. I call this a success.
Yeah, I wanted the cave too, but it's still haunted.
Eric, is the cave where we're at? I mean, because I missed all of it. Is it cold up there?
Inside the cavern, it is not, because there is a fire going that the frost giant was sitting next to. So you have light. You see Vugi, who you now think you think that is the name of the frost giant. You see him walk in the cave and sit back down.
Blitz is gonna walk over and check on Cornelius and kind of hopefully walk both of them into the cave. Hopefully this may have been what he needed to reconnect with Cornelius.
Okay.
I don't like fighting. I want my own corner and no one is to speak to me.
Nefitz is gonna go over to Oogie, is it?
Oogie.
And he's gonna apply a salve to the place where he put the arrow.
Okay. And he pats you on the forehead.
All right.
Friends now.
Thanks.
Just like Mom.
Is anybody doing anything while you see Svel kind of pacing outside of the cavern itself, as he can't really fit into it.
Grimdir, when he's going inside, he's just pretty happy to be in the cave and not out in the blizzard. But he'll kind of nudge Cornelius on the shoulder and you took the punch pretty good, little brother. Nefitz, next time, not without ale.
Okay, Nefitz is gonna go out and talk to the dragon.
Okay.
Can I do this right now?
Sure.
Okay. So at the entrance to the cavern, what's the dragon's name again?
Svel.
Bless you. But what's his name again?
Svel. Svel.
Bless you. Really, this is going to be very difficult. You don't tell me his name.
I know.
Okay. So he walks out. Svel.
What?
I don't know the history between you and Seep. I don't know how this happened. I don't honestly. And I mean no disrespect, but I don't care. I'm looking for my son. Do you respect that or don't you?
I could care less.
Well, we're never going to be on the same page if you won't respect the fact that all I want is my son back.
Good for you. All I want is my coins.
Do you see that we both have something we want and they both intertwine?
Yes, only a fool couldn't see that.
So who is the fool in this scenario?
Last time I checked, we already had an accord. What are you getting at?
We have an accord with a group that has individual needs and desires. I want Seeb. You want Seeb's fortune, correct?
Yes.
What if I were to tell you that I could guarantee you Seeb's fortune, as it were, if you would guarantee me Seeb?
Go on.
Let's forego the other interests of the party and just imagine that I have one interest and you have one interest that interests the entire party.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Who do you trust?
I only trust myself, but I'm willing to hear what you propose.
I'm proposing that my interests are the only true interests. The other interests probably and most likely have interests that align with your own, and they will take from your own. I have no interest in any of that.
Okay. And what would you like me to do?
Guarantee my safety.
From who? Your own friends?
That is up to you. But I can guarantee that if I have Seeb back in my possession, you will have his possessions for yourself.
Fine.
So we have an accord.
Sure. Sounds...
Sure it's not yes.
You have my claw.
And you have my arrow. And then John Rhys Davies comes up and says, "You have my..." No, he doesn't. Okay. That's a whole other movie. All right. Then it is a pact.
Yes, I believe so. You give me the fortune, I'll help you with Seeb as much as I can.
Okay. Well,
I still want to know how you're guaranteeing me this, but...
The amazing part of this is you don't have to know how. All you have to know is that it is all I care about. And therefore, it is the only thing I will fight for. Therefore, you will have what you want by virtue of the fact that it is my only objective.
Interesting.
Interesting or convincing?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Ooh.
You get to add +1 to your die roll.
So 14 plus 1.
Good. I rolled a 7 plus... Yeah, I have an 8. So...
All right.
Yes, I think that'll work.
Good. I think so too. Then for now it will be between us, and I will return to the group. But remember, my interests align with yours.
Yes.
Very good.
And you see him kind of shudder you away as he goes.
I shudder him away and walk back. Okay.
Blitz and Cornelius. Blitz, you've walked Brother Cornelius into the cavern. What are you two doing?
I'm checking in on Cornelius. So
hey brother, I'm not sure exactly what we've gotten ourselves into, but I've known you the longest. I trust you with most of my gold. A small portion of it, at least. But I am there's a giant white dragon out there, and I'm not sure how exactly we's gonna get out of this.
Well, Brother Blitz, we've started our adventure together, falling from the sky. So I'm positive where Timora leads us, we'll get out of this. I will say, things look a little bit grim. We're stuck in a cave. There's a giant white dragon on the outside. As we've talked about before, our 2 new companions remain, well, you can see how that's landed us. We do have Fancy Boy back, though, and I trust that we are going to find a way out of this. And I will let you lead the way. He pats Blitz on the back.
All right, well, I don't want to piss off the one outside that's talking to the dragon right now, because there's something going on there. I'm not sure what's happening.
Well, from what you've told me while I was unfortunately petrified, I think that let's just be wary. How do we, in the meantime, I think we should figure out this cave. What does the cave look like at this point?
So, Brother Cornelius, inside the cave, it comes to a rounded end, and that's where you are. It's about 80 feet back from the mountains, dug into the mountainside. In the center of this roundabout that everyone is now sitting around, except for Nephitz, who is outside speaking with Svel. Fancy Boy is leaning up against the cavern wall. Same with Grimdar. In the center of this circle, or this cul-de-sac in the cavern, is a fire that Fancy Boy had used and Blitz had used to get Vugi to exit the cavern.
A lovely cul-de-sac. Neighborhood fantastic. Neighbors are great.
Mm-hmm. It's wonderful.
All original owners.
Lovely. Oh yeah.
How long?
Perennial garden.
I'm switching around a couple of my spells right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering, what does that take the whole night, or while they're talking, could you say maybe I could have done that?
You would need 8 hours worth of rest to study new spells.
Okay. I just wanted to do something sassy.
What? Fancy Boy? No.
That's fine then. I will wake up. I'm already asleep by the fire, but I will wake up perfectly in 8 hours to do something sassy.
Okay.
I think Cornelius and Blitz are going to develop some kind of secret song a la Moulin Rouge that no matter how bad things get, they know they're always got each other's backs.
Are we going to do a rendition of Come With Me?
This is my song.
I may or may not have been listening to the Broadway soundtrack over the past week or so.
Ooh.
Oh, stop it. I'm sorry, but Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman killed it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I might have watched it once or twice.
I mean, if you two sing it on the side of the mountain, I will give you advantage on 5 rolls. That's all I'm saying.
So if we get to a situation where it seems like either is betraying the other,
this is a prep. Out. So in prep to go to the fortress, if you want to go to that mountainside where Grimdar almost fell off and, hold each other and sing your song, I will give you some advantages.
Can I hold myself and go do it?
This isn't your bargain, Nephis. This is Cornelius and Blitz.
What is Grimdar up to about now?
Well, Grimdar just went in. He patted you on the back and said his piece to Nephitz, and just after a little bit, he's going to start settling in and say, "Get some sleep, little brothers. We have a warm fire and a blizzard and a castle tomorrow."
Okay, speaking of the castle, can we actually, I might have missed that part. Do we actually see the castle?
No, you don't. You don't yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because
we have this is the first time we've heard of a castle or what did he call it? A crypt? Like the
Grimdar, you've known about South Crypt since Cornelius's mother.
Yeah, we've totally known about South Crypt this whole time, guys.
Path forked, and we went left. And I'm assuming right would have led us to the castle.
Right, might have been a better choice.
Nefits do something. I don't know how this works, but I would like Nefits to be able to write something down on 4 pieces of paper. Is that possible?
Sure. Anything's possible.
So
you can do whatever you want.
He enters back into the cave and he writes down, "Trust me," on 4 pieces of paper, and he tucks it into each of their various places where they're slumbering or
they're
resting.
not slumbering yet. They're all. I mean, when do you want to do this? Once you see them fall asleep?
Yes.
Okay.
You're an elf, right? Yeah.
All right. So is anybody else doing anything? Are you guys having any more conversations about what your plans are? What are you guys doing?
I mean, Grimder's not ignoring people, so if people started up, sure, but otherwise he's on his way to trying to get some sleep.
Yeah, I think Blitz and Cornelius are just kind of catching up and sort of licking their wounds and coming down from being just adrenaline pumping, talking to a dragon.
All right.
Nefits calls that Wednesday.
So nightfall or sleep comes for everyone. Nefits, you slip this paper, the papers next to everybody, and day breaks and the morning rises. And so does everyone else. Fancy Boy, it's been 8 hours.
All right, so as soon as it's 8 hours and everyone's, I'm guessing, still asleep, I would like to go outside and cast, hold on, what's it called? Galder's Tower.
Okay.
Which is
What is that?
Yeah.
I think it's a new spell. I know it's on Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
You conjure a 2-story tower made of stone, wood, or similar suitably sturdy material. The tower can be round or square in shape. Each level of the tower is 10 feet tall and has an area of up to 100 square feet. Access between levels consists of a simple ladder and hatch. Each level takes one of the following forms, chosen by when you cast a spell. I have 2 levels. One level is going to be a bedroom with a bed and chairs, chest, and a magical fireplace. And the second level is going to be a washroom with toilets, wash tubs, and a magical brazier and sauna benches.
What? I'm excited.
And the interior of the tower is warm and dry, regardless of conditions outside. Any equipment or furnishings conjured within the tower dissipate into smoke if removed at the end of the spell's duration. All creatures and objects within the tower that were not created by the spell appear safely outside on the ground, and all traces of the tower and its furnishings disappear. And it lasts for 24 hours.
Okay, so you go out and you create this tower, and the dragon, Svel looks over and says, "Impressive."
And I'm just like, "Thank you. See? Arcane arts." And I just
what
open.
level spell is that?
It's 3rd.
Okay.
And I just walk in, and then you just hear like shower noises. I'm like,
Do not disturb, like
yeah. There's a do not disturb sign on the outside, and you're just
as you before you did all of that, Fancy Boy, you noticed a note that says "Trust me" on it.
Oh, can I tell whose writing it's in?
Nefits, have you ever shown your writing to anybody else before?
No.
Nope, you don't know.
Okay, well, I'm just like, all right.
Okay. Nefits, where are you at?
I'm back outside of the cave.
Okay. And you notice that there is now, as you walked out of the cave, there is now this tower, and you can hear Fancy Boy squawking from inside of the tower.
There's steam coming out the windows.
As alluring as it might be, Nefits is going to walk to. How far away is said castle entrance?
You don't know. You don't see it from your view.
Okay, so I'm going to try and find a better vantage point.
Okay. Brother Cornelius and Blitz and Grimder, what are you doing as you wake up?
I think Blitz wakes up and finds a note and just immediately shows Cornelius.
They think it's each other.
Come what?
Spectacular,
I
spectacular.
love you. Yeah. Brother Cornelius and Grimder, you two both as well find this note that just says "Trust me" on it.
I can't read.
Okay. You see a note that has hieroglyphics on it, Grimder.
He tucks it in a pocket.
Brother Cornelius looks at Blitz and winks. I do trust you.
Can we see can Blitz and Cornelius see Grimder as well? Can we see that he's holding a note that he doesn't understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he spends like half a second looking at it.
Yeah. So I think Blitz is gonna very quickly realize, because he has wisdom that is unmatched, that his note, he's got a note, Cornelius has a note, and Grimder has a note that all look like they were written by the same person. So that either leaves a bird person who probably can't hold a pen, and
Wow.
No thumbs.
So it looks like Nefitz left us a note. I'm guessing, based on my calculations here of who's got him.
Blitz, all you know is that you can hear Fancy Boy from outside the cavern. And as you go and look, you see a tower now, or this fortress that Fancy Boy has created, and you see steam coming out of the windows, and Fancy Boy, you can hear his voice from inside.
Blitz immediately walks in.
Fancy
Oh,
Boy,
it's locked.
Scales the wall looking for a way in.
That's fair. The only window is open is the one that Fancy Boy's showering in.
Grimdeer sees it and he'll say to Blitz, "Your gnomes work fast."
I
Blitz,
think I can climb buildings.
yeah, you can. You gotta make me an athletics check.
I mean, I think I might by default, because I've got
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm a rogue, so could have sworn it. All right, I'll roll it. Athletics.
Yep.
That's a 10 plus.
Yeah, you can easily. You needed a 10 to scale it.
Okay. Blitz is looking for a window to get, or he just wants to get inside.
So you see the solitary window, and as you get closer and closer and closer, you can see more and more steam coming out. But you hear Fancy Boy singing in the coming from singing, and as you look in, you see Fancy Boy taking a shower.
It's too late. I've already seen everything.
Bird's nest.
I don't know how Blitz reacts. I think Blitz looked in and is like,
Hey,
He's just-
boy, what are you doing?
He just like looks at you and is like looks at the window and just like clutches himself, and he's like, ah! And he just slams the or I'm sure there's like shutter slams the shutters shut. It's like, excuse me.
I was just curious as to where this tower came from, and whether or not the shower will be available for anyone else. Not gonna.
Only if you ask nicely, and none of you have been very nice recently. So I'm just using the shower to myself.
May I please use the shower when you're done?
Only if you all can apologize to each other. I don't want to be around people who hate each other. Everyone can come in if they all say sorry.
What do you mean hate each other? I don't hate anyone. I love Brother Cornelius. Nefitz is okay. And also there's that other guy.
You don't even remember his name. Now get off the window.
And Blitz just
Blitz just sort of turns and walks and gets back down.
You like Assassin's Creed it down, like you just slide down on your knife, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. They leap of
Oh,
faith.
that's right.
They do.
Yeah.
Technically, you could pick the lock. Like it's not. It's just a normal lock.
So what's and the weather is so.
It's still cold and frigid. The snow has kind of abated, but still cold out. You, Brother Cornelius, you see Blitz kind of do a backflip off of the this fortress, the fortress, and fall on to the ground.
Okay, Brother Cornelius kind of looks up the other path, the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Is
That's
I mean,
the
it's
only option right now, right?
You see, Brother Cornelius, you see footprints in the ground that lead up the path.
Can I tell, like, can I tell what type of footprints they are?
Give me a perception check.
$17. Oh, wait, I gotta add.
Gotta go boss feathers around.
17 plus 23.
You think they're elf prints. You would probably assume that they're Nephits. Nephits, you get about a half a mile up the path, and you start to see the outlines of ramparts that have been formed into the cliffside of this mountain. This is the pathway almost terminates into the mountainside, as there is nothing to the left and right, but you see stone ramparts that fold in a crescent into the mountainside. There is 4 parapets equidistant from each other. The stone has a glowing green hue to it, almost like it was formed out of periodite. And you can see clearly that there is a portcullis that is made out of wrought iron that has been dropped down, and it's about 20 feet wide by 30 feet tall, and the ramparts themselves are 50 foot tall. And in front,
you're saying it's okay looking.
Yeah. You see that the parapets are actually formed out of the mountain, they spike up, that there are actually spikes that look like they've been chiseled down from a more pristine nature that they once were, into almost vicious spikes.
So it looks like a fortress that was overtaken, probably built by somebody else, and is now occupied by someone different than the people who forged it.
And yes, and you do notice outside in front of the portcullis, you do see what looks like tons and tons of supplies that have been dropped off. Barrels, crates, wine barrels, food stores, all to the side of the entranceway.
So I can access those.
Yeah, you could. Well, you could.
I think so. In both sort of still investigating, Nephits is definitely going to approach the supply situation, still keeping an eye on the idea. I mean, I think that there's a benefit to looking at the gate situation. Obviously, it's inscalable. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
It's only 50 foot tall.
And if my friend Dragon were to drop us over there, there'd be no problem at all. Okay, you know what? Nephits is going to investigate the stash of said supplies that are there.
Okay, roll me a perception check. D20 plus I believe you have a D20. You have no wisdom.
Yeah, it's not great. It's a 6.
So you make your way up to these supplies, and from atop the rampart, you see 2 orcs lean over and says, "Who goes there and what are you doing here?" And you have 2 arrows that have now landed directly at your feet.
So in orc, I'm going to speak back to them.
What's up?
I was going to say what's up, actually, but I won't do that.
Speak orc? Oh, you do?
Yep. So in orc, I'm going to yell back. I'm going to say, don't ruin my covert operation.
Covert operation?
Don't say covert operation out loud.
Why? Who are you?
Because it's a covert operation.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. Well done.
I'm going to kill you if you don't talk further and let me know what you're doing here.
And I will kill you if you ruin my covert operation.
What is a covert operation?
Stop saying covert operation.
Why?
Because it's a covert operation.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly. Shh.
Who are you?
I'm a covert operative.
What the hell does that mean?
A person who does a covert operation.
And you just see the one orc that is speaking to you get more and more frustrated by the minute.
I'll tell you this. And do not tell any other orc. I am the one saving you from your problems.
I have no problems here.
Exactly.
My only problem is you in front of my keep.
And I will be
you.
gone moments into my covert operation.
If you don't want to die, I suggest you come back from whence you came.
And I suggest you come down now with your superior.
Okay. And you see the portcullis start to rise up, and 4 orcs come out. Start to run out.
I dive into the stash.
Scrooge McDuck?
Yes, Scrooge McDuck style.
Get him, boys! He dived in. He jumped into the supplies. And you start to see the orcs surround the supply crates that you're in.
Still hiding.
Okay. And they get closer and closer. They're about 5 feet away now as they start to encircle the supply crates.
I call out to, damn it, what's that dragon's name again?
Vel.
I'm going to have a lot of hard time saying that. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why that's so hard. Svel?
Yep. Svell.
I'm going to ask a couple more times. I think I might get it after this.
Mm-hmm.
I call out, I call it out in the a whisper because I know he can hear. Isn't dragon hearing like something like 80 feet, 100 feet?
Sure, you're half a mile away from him, though.
Am I really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's embarrassing. I didn't know it was that far.
When I said you went a half a mile up the road, it was,
I forgot that part.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to call out his name as loud as I can.
And you don't hear anything back.
That's unfortunate. Did I get his voicemail? All right. So in that instance, I start to turn tail and run.
All right. Make me an athletics check.
All right.
So it's going to be +5 on your your acrobatics, +4.
On a D20?
Or athletics, whatever. You have a +5 on your athletics.
I'm embarrassed that I can't see it. So,
I just roll above a 1.
Oh, I got a 4.
Good, because I rolled a 1.
Yes, nailed it.
So
I'm so good at this game.
You see the 4 orcs come over you, and they swiftly try to jump over and crush you as they take their swords out and pile onto the supplies that are above you, and they all crash into each other as you're able to slip out from underneath the supplies as they are all entangled in a scrum.
And I say, ha ha ha, and I keep running.
And you make like a bat out of hell and get pull back, and you see Svel still sitting in front
bravely
of
run away.
Yeah. So Nephis ran away, and Svel is sitting outside of the cavern as you come flying in with snow drifting out from underneath your heels. And you see Brother Cornelius and Blitz and in front of you, and there is a tower that has some steam coming out of it, and Grimdar is walking out of the cavern as well.
Svel, I'm being pursued by people who are against our wishes and against our plan. Everyone else, there are supplies waiting for us. They will feed us, they will keep us sustained, and they will help us on our journey and to pursue our quest. Everybody, our interests are at best here. Help me.
What? You just punched my friend in the face after we drug your body all the way out here. So why would I trust you?
Grimdar's getting his shield out.
I just open the window and I'm like, everyone needs to apologize to each other. And I'm peeking out the window. We'll continue. Can I see the orcs?
You don't know. They haven't followed yet. So you don't,
okay.
You just see Nephits running into the area where you guys have made camp.
Okay, well, I open the window to my tower and I just look down and I'm just like, everyone needs to apologize right now, and then you can all come into the tower and we can have a long discussion.
And you see Svel, everyone feels the power of Svel getting up off the ground as he says, fine, I'll take care of this. And you see him fly off into the distance towards where Nephits was running from.
But
Brother Cornelius continues on up the path.
Well, are you going up the path? Svel just left you. You guys are still back where the cave entrance was.
Right, but I was wasn't I following the footsteps, or at least identifying the footsteps?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So you have seen. Sorry, Brother Cornelius. You have seen Nephits run right past you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I presume Svel, am I pronouncing it right?
Yep.
Has flown in the direction that Nephits was running from.
Yep.
Yeah, I will cautiously follow up up the path.
Mm-hmm.
See where.
So you follow the path. Okay, Grimdar, you follow.
I'm just like, where are you going?
Well, I've got my shield out. If he's going, I'll be up a little bit ahead.
And as he's walking up the path, Brother Cornelius pulls out the crown and kind of waves it, puts it back in.
I just close the windows, and you hear stomping, and then the door opens, and then he's fully dressed and fluffing his hair, and he turns the sign on the door from no visitors to closed.
Do not
disturb. Says no visitors and closed.
Do not disturb.
Do not disturb.
Fresh linens, please.
Yeah.
Those are the only two signs.
Yeah, that's it.
There's no welcome.
No, there's no welcome. And he just fluffs himself a bit, and he's like, fine. And he'll follow behind.
Oh, it was a good plan. I liked it.
So Blitz, what are you doing? You see Brother Cornelius run down the path, or follow down the path. Grimdar follows him. Fancy Boy has closed up shop, but Nephits has run into the cavern entrance where you are as well, or the cavern area where you are.
Well, I think it was Blitz was still confronting Nephits.
Yeah.
Who has run away, bravely ran away. So yeah. So at this point,
Let's let
Nephits
come back and.
I'm here.
Well, he's there.
All right, so you two can have your moment.
Confronting you.
I'm trying to move the router.
I think we had a chair with that upholstery in the 80s.
Dude, it's so hot, right? Look at that. Little bit of brass back there. Super hot.
Nice.
It's all the rage in Perry Sound.
So Blitz is yelling at Nephits right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you punch my friend in the face. Then I wake up to this note. Well, what the hell's going on here?
Are you asking, or would you like an explanation?
Is that different? Yes. Yes.
The difference is I sometimes believe that you don't want to hear the answer because you blindly follow the hooded fool, and you don't listen to the truth.
I've known that hooded fool I've known Brother Cornelius for ages now. That guy's gotten me out of so many tight spots.
Mm. How many times has he asked you for tithing?
A whole lot.
Mm. My question to you is this: what is your motivation behind being his best friend?
Knowing that I get a large percentage of whatever he's getting too. And also, he's got my back.
Yeah. This is the reason why we will probably never be fully in a committed relationship, you and I, together, just the two of us.
Are you saying you want to tithe too? Do you want to?
I mean, I tithe one on, but
I mean, it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is just take gold and then pocket it, and just don't tell the bird or the dumb one.
noted.
So where the hell you been? Like are you in cahoots? What's going on here? Like there's something going on with you and your son, who I think you wanted to kill, but maybe not. I don't know what's going on.
The reason that you were presented with the parchment that I left you is the same reason I won't explain it, but simply to tell you that if I break the bond that I have made with someone, verbally or otherwise, then I cannot fulfill the contract that I have made. I gave you something to give you my word without speaking it, and you'll have to trust that.
All right. Well, you can trust that if you punch my friend in the nose again, someone's punching back.
Trust me that he deserved it.
Are you that upset? Did Lady Timora do something bad to you?
I will show you on the dolly where Lady Timora touched me.
I'm not a particularly religious person, but hey, to each their own. He's not hurting anybody.
I believe he is.
Oh, who's he hurting?
What do you believe his mission is?
Now he's. Wait, was you here when we met his mom? I don't know if he was.
I might have been.
He was unconscious.
He was unconscious.
Oh shit. Okay.
Blizz then proceeds to tell Nephitz the story of Cornelius and his mother over the next 5 minutes.
All right.
And then
Nephitz, you know everything now that has
Nephitz
happened.
makes this face.
So I don't know if you. Okay, so Steve, you don't know. So we met Cornelius's mom. Turns out she sent us on a quest to do something. Right? What was it? Let me look at my notes. Oh, she was the one who told us about
She was the one that told you where Seb was.
That's right. So she told us where Seb was, because she's been involved with something. She also packed up shop and ran away overnight.
Yeah, you know that from what you were talking about with her, she basically leads this gang from town to town, and she has a vast network, so she pretty much knows everything that's going on in the realms. So she was able to tell you where Seb was. So the party, Nephitz, decided to help you and still go and find Seb.
Well, that's lovely, except for I'm still wary of why Cornelius's mother knew where Seb was.
So
because Seb's a bad person.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Cornelius's mom looks like they may have had a falling out, and Cornelius is dealing with some issues from that. But his mom might not be the most upstanding lady, but she put us on the direction of where we're going now. So I trust her. She trusts him. I trust him. We make a triangle.
I need to John Madden this thing with a little.
So, I don't know about you. I've known him longer. We found you in a cave. And I've known him since I've been falling out of the sky a ways back.
Okay, So Nephit's hearing this reminds Blitz as he walks away. He says, "I'll remind you that I was locked up by the bird that you walk with now." And then he walks over to Cornelius.
Cornelius is not there with you.
No, he walks over. He's up the path, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he walks up the path, back up the path.
Okay.
Knowing that Sven?
Spell.
Well,
Damn it!
like I'm feeling
Sven the dragon.
Sven the
he knew-
magic dragon.
He knows that Sven the magic dragon is killing the orcs. He follows Cornelius up.
And Fancy Boy's been having a whole lecture this whole entire time to Brother Cornelius going, I'm so sorry that people can just be so rude. You know, they should really use their words before they use their fists. And I also just like, he's just having this whole like conversation about how violence is bad.
And
My parents told me that violence was no good for anyone unless you were an alligator, and then it's okay.
But what about the monkey and the alligator story?
I haven't heard that one.
old Canadian parable.
True, because we have a lot of monkeys and alligators in Canada.
It's terrifying.
So we know.
Yeah. They're all eating
Right.
pickle
So at this point, it is up the path is Brother Cornelius,
Yep.
Grim, and Fancy Boy.
Yep. And you three see Svel up the path, and you too now see this fortress extending out of the mountainside before you. It comes to the path terminates into a giant cove where you do see the ramparts of this fortress before you that are spiked and have a green hue to them. The portcullis is now dropped. And before you see Svel confronting the orcs, laughs, tosses them against the gate side, and you see him fly away as they kind of get their heads back on, and you see them slowly raise the portcullis and go inside of the keep.
They're inside. It's unguarded. The gate's open.
The gate's been dropped back down. You see two orcs on the ramparts, and the other four have gone in.
They're on the inside, right? Okay.
The four that Svel has knocked against the castle side, and Nephitz now runs up behind you.
Can we get to the ramparts without being seen, or are there orcs on the ramparts? Is there a blind spot basically?
You'd have to do some stealthing across the mountainside to do so. You think there's enough? There is some kind of rocks that would allow for you to get closer to the ramparts.
If there's anything right where we are, Grimdir will motion for us to like get up against those rocks so that we can figure this out so we're not standing out in the open while we're trying to figure out what we're going to do.
You can easily blend into the mountainside. You are far enough away that the orcs haven't seen you yet. You're walking back and forth.
Okay, so Brother Cornelius turns to Fancy Boy and hands Fancy Boy a rope. Fancy Boy, do you remember that when we first met, you flew a rope up the side of the wall and you allowed us to climb it?
Yes.
That's part one of the plan. And then Brother Cornelius pulls the crown out of his backpack. And here's part two.
Uh-huh.
And he hands the crown to Fancy Boy. Whatever happens, we're going to restore this crown, and we will be those heroes.
We'll be heroes?
Oh, you know it. At least you will.
If we're not quieter.
Nephitz, you get up to the group now at the point that Brother Cornelius hands the crown to Fancy Boy. Blitz, what are you doing? Have you been keeping running back, or are you?
Yeah. Did Grimdir also leave? Because I thought Grimdir was with me back at the cave.
No, Grimdir left and followed Cornelius.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at that point, I mean, so Svel already took off. Mm-hmm. So it's just me and the troll. So yeah, so Blitz is gonna, I guess follow up the rear.
Mm-hmm. And so both you and Nefitz make it to the party. And Blitz, you also see Brother Cornelius hand the crown to Fancy Boy as well.
All right. Blitz understands that he wouldn't give up something so valuable so easily, so he takes that to heart. Blitz will remember this.
Everyone looks at the upper corner of the screen.
So before everyone now, you all see these ramparts, and you see the two orcs patrolling atop them.
So, Brother Cornelius motions for the party to stay here, and he runs to the portcullis, and I don't know how. Sorry, and just makes a spectacle of himself to get the attention of the orcs on the rampart.
Who are you?
I'm still holding the crown.
What do you want here?
And Brother Cornelius is just dancing and gesturing, making no sense. Just trying to get their attention, waving his mace about, his new fancy mace.
And at this point, Nefitz is going to, from a stealth standpoint, he's going to sneak in through right over.
Sneak in where?
Sneak inside.
So the portcullis is down right now. So unless you can fit through a iron 2-inch square, what side are you sneaking in?
He's going to. Didn't you just say? Oh no, he didn't throw over the rope yet.
Well, he threw the rope to Fancy Boy. So what do you want to do? What are you trying to do?
Well, at this point, I was going to use my stealth to just essentially sneak over the wall. But
you want to climb the side of the rampart? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can do that. First, make me a perception check. Excuse me, a stealth check.
Stealth check is so do I roll that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still
D20 with your dexterity.
So it's a 14 plus 7.
All right, so you're able to make it over to the right side of the ramp where the rampart meets the mountain.
Okay.
And how far away are the rest of us?
You're about 150 feet. You're about 150 feet back. You see Brother Cornelius dancing in front and causing a distraction with the orcs, the two orcs up top looking down. And Brother Cornelius, you see two orcs now standing up, and it looks like they're pacing back and forth behind the portcullis in front of you. Nefitz, make me a athletics check. That's going to be the D20 plus your plus 5.
So 15 plus 5.
Okay, so you can easily scale up the side of the ramparts, and now you are on the far right side of the rampart, and you can see one parapet that you can run to, and then the two orcs are in the middle of the two parapets, the center two parapets on the rampart.
Okay, so I'm going to. Oh, do I get to go or no? Do I? Sorry.
For now, Blitz, Wood, and Grimdar, and Fancy Boy, what are you going to be doing?
Yeah, I'll say you need to get closer.
I'm holding the rope, right?
Yep.
I think Blitz sees the rope and is like,
"Are you thinking what I'm thinking?"
I'm not sure. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, how much weight can you carry?
Not a lot.
That's good, because I don't weigh very much.
I think your backpack weighs more than you do at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, if you can get up as high as you can and tie that rope off, I can then climb up it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I thought he was just handing me some sort of ritual to go with the crown.
No! And you actually see Brother Cornelius go, "No, that's not what I was saying."
He didn't even say anything. He's just like,
"The tower, we did this before." At this point, Brother Cornelius is just standing there going, "Ah!"
What are you doing down there, weird one?
Anyway, I'll fly up there and tie the rope off.
Where are you flying, Fancy Boy?
To the top of the wall.
Okay, you're just gonna do this, or are you gonna do it?
Oh, is the orc there?
There's two on top of the rampart.
Okay.
Does it
Oh,
help
then-
that I'm trying to get their attention?
Yep,
That was-
absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. That was
Okay, great.
because that would be.
Then I'll
Patient.
snap my fingers and I'll turn invisible,
Ooh.
That works.
and then I'll
Wizard.
fly up there and do it.
So everybody else just sees this
Rope.
kind of.
I also make sure to hold the rope
Okay.
outside of my body, just in case anyone gets any fresh ideas.
So everybody sees this rope kind of just float up to the side of the rampart. Fancy boy, are you going to the left or right side?
I'll say left side.
Okay. So Grimdar and Blitz, you see Fancy boy, or you see a rope now extend down from the left rampart, the corner of the left rampart, leftmost side.
Yeah.
Blitz is gonna
Yeah.
run, grab it, and try to clamber up as quick as possible.
He hasn't tied it off yet. Wait.
What?
Grimdar's planning to move up, and if the supplies are close enough, like off to the side, he's going to use that for cover.
The supplies are
kinda
right in front
waiting.
of the door, in front of the port.
They're right in front of the door.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No.
Are there any like rocks or something kind of off to the side that basically I want to stay in a spot where if people run for Cornelius,
Mm-hmm.
I can be there to help him.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Stealth.
Yep. But you have advantage on the check.
All right, that usually helps me not at all. But hey, in this case, it was good. I got a 16.
A 16? Okay, good, because I had a 15. And so Brother Cornelius's distraction allows you to skirt around the edges of the left side of the mountain, and you are now behind some of the smaller boulders that are on the side of the mountain. And
Okay.
you can see Brother Cornelius. You can see the orcs looking at him in amazement and wonder and bogglement. And you have also seen Blitz scale the left side of the rampart.
Okay. I'm going to kind of hold there with the shield and a javelin, kind of seeing where I need to go next.
Okay. And Brother Cornelius, you see the portcullis slowly start to rise as two orcs are clashing their shield and sword in front of you, about to run at you.
Okay, so how far away are they?
They're about 15 feet away from you at this point.
Okay. And these aren't the ones on the ramparts, or they are?
No, there's two up on the rampart that are looking down at you, kind of
Okay.
laughing and just amazed at what you're trying to do.
And at this point, has Blitz made it to
Mhm.
the up the wall?
Yep, you've seen both Blitz and Nefitz, and you saw a flying rope make it to the wall.
Okay,
But
perfect.
you don't know what the heck was carrying the rope up.
Brother Cornelius stops, steps back, and casts Sacred Flame. at
Okay.
And I think you roll. Is that right?
Yep. What's your DC? Because it hits. Because I'm sure it's at least a 14.
Is that which one? Sorry, which one is the?
Your
DC is that-
save DC. It's a 15. So in D&D Beyond, if you go to spells, on top of it, you're going to see your modifier, your spell attack. and
Oh,
your
okay,
save
I
DC.
got it. Under spells, I was looking at the wrong spot.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, yeah, 15 then.
So with Sacred Flame, you are going to roll a D8 and give some radiant damage. Or your 5th level, 2D8.
Okay. 7, 3.
7 and 3. Which one do you want to hit, or do you want to?
Oh, I choose one.
Yep.
So, oh, you mean which orc I want to hit?
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
I'll look the same. Whatever is the closest one.
All right.
Any distinguishing differences? Does one look more lethal than the other?
No, they both look equally stupid and crashing towards you.
Okay, closest one then.
Okay. So you let out a flame, and you see one orc just bounce back as it takes damage to its chest, and it screams out and says, "You die soon now." And then they start to crash and run. Grimdar, you see two orcs running towards Brother Cornelius.
Does the one
Yikos.
does the one get knocked back at all, or are they still both pretty much neck and neck?
One gets knocked back about 2 or 3 feet. So one
okay,
is,
so not
one is,
that
one is a
much.
little bit.
Okay.
One is a little bit further in front.
And Cornelius, are you running or are you staying where you are?
I'm standing my ground, so I'm
Okay.
visible to the two up on the ramparts.
Brother Grimder, you see that the one that got knocked back is really hurt. He's trying his best to run and catch up to the orc and then slice into him, Brother Cornelius. But it is...
All right. Well, I'm gonna kind of come from the side and throw the javelin at that one, and then try to get in the path of the other one with a shield and pull out my axe for when he gets there.
All right, roll the hit.
13.
All right. You hit.
Oh, wow.
Well,
we're all
all right.
surprised.
Yeah, well, and it wasn't.
Wow.
Wait, is it Blitz? Did I hit Blitz?
Yeah.
4 points of damage.
Okay. And Blitz and Fancy Boy and Nefitz, what are you doing on top of the ramparts? You see from each side now, you can see that there are 2 orcs on top. Inside the keep, there are 2 more orcs on the inside, but they look like they're kind of laying down.
Actually, with I normally don't play classes that get 2 attacks. With 2 attacks, can you do 2 javelin throws?
No,
Or is that only melee?
Yeah, you're only throwing.
Well, I've got another javelin.
No, you can throw another.
Like instead of picking up my axe, can I pick up the javelin? And so I'll end with just a shield and no weapon, but get the second throw.
Sure.
Okay, let me do that. No, that one's an 11. That was worth it.
Back to normal.
Blitz, Fancy Boy, and Nefitz, what are you doing?
Blessing has worn off.
The ledge we're on is it a drop? Like if I got to push on one of these orcs, would they fall? Like is it high enough that they would fall and
It's a 50-foot drop.
All right. So how are Nefitz and I, are we like next to each other?
No, you are on 2 opposite sides of these ramparts.
Okay. So I think Blitz is gonna like eyeball Nefitz and be like,
Yes.
And
Blitz is gonna sigh deeply and then just charge one of the orcs and try to shoulder him off the ledge.
Okay, roll me. So, and Nefitz, what are you doing?
I'm going to use a. I mean, technically, I was going to use my special. What was it?
Oath bow.
I was going to use a horde breaker.
Okay.
Which would have attacked the 2 guys at once, but seeing as, I'm still going to do it anyway because I feel like maybe in case it doesn't work out although I have the utmost confidence in you.
Thank you.
I'm going to use a horde breaker special.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use my weapon attack on the one closest to me, and then also use the attack on the orc next to him as well.
Blitz, you're trying to push the orc off the side of the wall?
I mean, assuming it's a narrow wall and
Well,
like
if
catches
could,
him off guard,
yeah,
you could do it.
There's about 8. The wall is about 8. You could engage about 8 feet with 10 feet worth of siding, or 2 feet on each side worth of, or a foot on each side worth of siding. So 10 foot total.
So athletics then?
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna make a rush for it. Let's push this guy off.
Do it.
Ooh, that's a 14 plus 4, 18.
All right, and Nefitz, roll me your attacks.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'm rolling a
D20.
Now, does stealth have any play in this or no?
No.
No, so strictly athletics then. All right. I got a +5 there, so let's do 7 + 5.
What are you attacking with? Just fists?
No, I'm using my my short swords.
Okay, so that's +7. So you're getting a 14 on each one of those.
Oh man, it'd be great if I had D&D Beyond open. That would be really helpful. But thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can make one more attack. So you.
Oh right, because it's 2 short swords.
Well, 2. So you make 3 attacks total with Horde Breaker.
Oh man.
Okay.
19.
Give me one more.
It's so hot the way you say that. 13.
20.
Sexy.
So Brother Cornelius, as you are still dancing, you had cast Sacred Flame and rocketed one of these orcs in the chest, and I'm gonna pay for that. And as they both start to rush you, Brother Cornelius, you see Grimdur take a javelin and shove it into the throat of the one you had struck with your Sacred Flame, and you see the orc drop to the ground as Grimdur takes another javelin, and you see it come into the chest of the orc. You also can see Blitz running across the rampart, and Nephitz also running across the rampart to confront the two in the center, and you see them both jump up at the same time to strike both of the orcs, and that's where we'll end for the session.
Oh, I'm still invisible.
Yep.
With a rope.
I'm just like,
And
did my
nobody's using
job.
your rope, really.
Yeah.
You're offended.
I did my job.
I didn't get thrown off a cliff.
That's
Why is
true.
everybody climbing it?
Is the dragon currently like wrecking this place, or what is he doing?
No, you saw as you were coming up, you saw the dragon rise up off the ground and fly back.
Okay.
backwards.
Oh, okay. So he left.
Yep.
All right.
He's
not-
just got them from.
He's
from
not going to
running
help
after.
you too much
Yeah.
because he doesn't know if you're going to succeed or you're not. So
Yeah. Well, I flexed on him with the tower, so.
Yeah, I
Yeah, that
liked
was
the
a big
tower.
help.
I liked plan repair the party. It was good. I'm sorry we all ignored it.
I just opened the window. I just pictured in like Beauty and the Beast when people are like yelling at Belle, like from the
I thought it was more of a Rapunzel.
or that. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that was great.
that was a lot. There was a lot there, guys.
That was a
I
lot.
didn't know if you were going to remember the dragon from the last or the sounds that you heard coming up.
Oh, I remembered the sounds.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was.
remember
I didn't think it was a
screeching.
dragon. Actually, I thought it was some type of bird.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I thought it could have been like a
flapping.
rock or something.
Definitely didn't
Oh,
think
yeah.
dragon.
I didn't remember any of it.
Oh, sad
I
old
thought I was
magician gave
gonna-
you some bits.
Yeah.
Bits for the game.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Elbow.
Adam.
Nice.
Yeah. that
Yeah,
was-
I thought we were gonna like confuse the giant. My whole plan was convince the giant I was trying to put out the flames and we're really his friends. I didn't think about the doesn't speak common part of that.
Well, I actually have been waiting because I thought if I had the chance, I was going to cast my duplicity spell to
Oh.
create a duplicate of myself to get him to actually almost the same distraction as what I did at the gate. Funny enough,
Yeah.
but I fortunately that didn't have to happen.
It's weird how Cornelius always goes to duplicity.
Yeah, weird, huh?
No, it's if you read my it's actually in my character sheet. That's actually the nuance of him following everything. It's all not. It's actually not weird. It's actually
That's your childhood trauma.
It's awesome.
it's actually mapped out. It was everything that I've actually been pretty thoughtful about that.
Is there a D&D
I like it.
character that can be a
I like it.
therapist?
There is one. We played one. We had one visit our party in my other game, and it turned out about as traumatic as you would expect it to.
I think
Maybe
you
if-
guys are going to need one after this
Therapist.
part.
He
It's
didn't
true.
ease into therapy again.
If Katie comes in for an episode, she can be the group
Yeah.
therapist.
I think you're going to need it. I mean, I was blown away when Nephitz got up and smashed Brother Cornelius in the face, but it made total sense after Steve was like, yeah, I was passed out. I didn't see all that. I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, that's right.
Pretty interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be fun watching how the group reconnects. I think there's been some lines drawn. Now it's gonna be interesting to see how things go.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and the way that the dragon fight. I mean, there were a couple different choices you could have made for that whole thing. So
Yeah, I think we landed on something that works pretty well for our group dynamic.
So far.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we're gonna pull through for good old Sval. I'm confident that we can do this.
Feathers don't chase
Bella
Mojo.
can have a beer at my tavern.
Oh my god. I can't
I
have
like that was at one point chattel you were trying to use. You can have my
you
bar.
have a tab.
You know how many dragons would just love a good bar to run?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or tap.
you made a deal with an evil dragon. I mean, that's classic.
I mean,
That might be the
seems fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
first actual dragon I've encountered in D&D.
So you've mostly done the dungeons.
Lots of
lot of dungeons.
That's why it usually goes a lot worse. At least in my personal experience.
Well, you're welcome then.
So that was good.
Yeah, that was good. Thanks for running it.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Yeah, sorry I had to keep chasing Feathers. He keeps trying to attack Mojo, so I just
No, it was totally understandable.
Usually it's the other way around, but the food chain here is a little messed up.
What's a mojo?
My cat.
Okay.
The bird pigeon attacks my cat.
Perfect.
He's very aggressive.
So I might be in New York next week.
I'm in Paris next week.
Ooh.
Guys, I'm in Paris Sound. Fuck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, we might have to take a break next week because I'm doing a bunch of stuff too because I have to go to San Francisco.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
on
For
like,
Masquerade.
Yeah, Masquerade.
Masquerade.
I think I'm on like a 1980s modem here right now, so you guys suck.
It ironed itself out towards the end.
I think because everybody dropped off. Like they stopped watching porn about now.
It's working now.
It's late here. People have finished.
Are you sure you're not just in like a Macy's basement?
Listen, don't out me, okay?
Like the gold behind you is really what sells it.
I kind of like. I thought the fabric really was the clincher, but I do see that. That's a fireplace, by the way.
Oh my god, amazing!
All right, good, nice,
so hot,
nice.
So where are you right now, Steve?
I'm currently shooting a movie in Parry Sound, Ontario.
Oh,
cool.
It's got to be chilly up there, huh?
It's actually today was pretty good, but yeah, it's been a little chilly. It's way too chilly to go in a river like I did.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hard pass.
Rough life.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give you any spoilers, but I do have to have a scene with a full-grown cougar coming up.
All right.
Are we talking like,
what's her name?
Like from Sex and the City, or like
G40?
I'm talking a cougar that does not have a bar tab.
So not a CG, not even a CG, like a real cougar.
Get down,
That's for
cougar!
real, guys. If I don't show up for next D&D,
It's because you were mauled by this
somebody needs to
cougar.
say something to somebody about me getting mauled by a cougar.
Well, I love big cats. I've always wanted I want to pet a cheetah.
Oh.
It sounds wrong, but I understand what you're saying.
A cheetah is the largest cat that purrs.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're so cute.
I will let you know if a cougar purrs before it kills a person.
Nice.
Or will I?
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and I'll take pictures for you, Jack.
All right.
Yes, please take pictures. That sounds amazing.
Yes.
So when you going to Paris,
Cool.
that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Paris?
We have an annual meeting there. So
That
this
sounds
is
exciting.
yeah, I'll be going with Holly's first time there, going there for Ubisoft, and so.
Oh, nice.
Not this Holly. my direct report, Holly.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, I just
Yeah.
So
I love that Holly too.
yeah, she's great. So it'll be.
You guys have to scale towers and jump off into like large.
That's how we get into the headquarters.
Basically, yeah.
Requires a leap
you
of
can't
faith.
get the job if you don't do it.
Yeah.
Like that's
It's like just this is the final test,
Yeah.
final interview. The final interview
Thank your boss.
is
Yeah, I find if you don't jump, you're not getting the job or health insurance.
yeah, exactly. But the health insurance comes second, so that's why they call it leap of faith.
Got to cut off one of her knuckles too.
yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. No, they got rid of that. They
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, I hope that everyone has fun, and that I hope that you're not filming a sequel to Grizzly Man, Steve.
Yeah.
No, that
I'm just
was
thinking
before
Talladega
actually having
Nights.
protective equipment.
Yeah,
What?
ain't nothing more fearful than driving with a live cougar in the car.
I'm just going to a pigeon event, so that's very mundane. But
I mean,
we
have people
I don't
ever
think that's
died at a
mundane.
pigeon event?
Hmm?
Have people ever died at a pigeon event?
No, let's hope that keep that track record clean.
I like it. I feel good about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, but the week after I'm free, so we should all get together again, D&D.
So the
Yep.
20,
Yeah.
So we'll plan on the 22nd since everybody's traveling next week.
Nice.
Sounds like
I'll
Sounds
still be
good.
on bad Wi-Fi, but
Actually,
I'll be here in my sweet chair.
It wasn't too bad after the beginning.
yeah.
Yeah, I told you. I think people got off the Wi-Fi intended, and then it wasn't so shared.
Yeah, it's fair.
What I'll do, Steve,
Nice.
I'll send you a printout of your, or you can download a copy of your sheet.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I'll print it out. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I do it. The phone, not the app doesn't let you look at your characters, but the website on the phone is pretty good. It like you can switch between skills, abilities, and actions really easy. Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah, the website on the phone
that's
is really
smart,
good,
too.
actually.
It's real good. Yeah.
I
never
wish it
tried
was on
the
the app, and I don't know why it's not.
They actually have
Yeah,
an app.
I think the app is mostly for reading the source material.
Yeah.
Is what they said, because they put all the functionality on the mobile enabled website. So
That makes sense.
Actually, that's smart. I'll try that.
yeah.
Delightful.
Okay.
I have to put
sure.
feathers to bed before he kills my cat.
Well, we'll leave it at that with Blitz and Nephitz striking the two orcs on the ramparts, and Brother Cornelius and Grimder. Brother Cornelius being rushed by the two orcs, and Grimder coming from the flanks, and Fancy Boy waiting on the edge, invisible.
Just hold
It'll be great.
Holding a
And
rope.
holding
in
a
2
rope.
weeks, we'll spend the first 15 minutes taking care of these 4 orcs, and I'm sure that'll be all that's in the keep, and we'll just
Nothing but
move right
treasure.
on.
Yep.
perfect.
Yep.
Call that a swish.
Sounds like a plan. All right, we'll see everybody on the 22nd.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.